Hello, and welcome back to Introduction to Astronomy. And in our previous segment, we were talking about what a force is. So, a force is a push or a pull, and we also learned about some types of forces and what forces can do. And the abbreviation for force was the letter F, and the unit was the Newton. So, in case you're wondering about how big forces can be, and how small forces can be in newtons, there you go. So now we're going to talk about another concept that is called mass. So mass is going to be abbreviated with the letter M, and then it's going to have the units of kilograms. So the metric unit for mass is called the kilogram. And then the abbreviation for the concept of mass is going to be the letter M. Well, we're already in trouble because you've seen the letter M before, and that stood for meters. So how are you going to tell whether the M means meters or whether the M means mass? Well, it's not that difficult because let me give you a couple of things here. So if I said F equals M A, and then if I said 10M, so which one is which? One of those M's is mass, and then the other one is meter. Okay, if the letter is in a formula, then that means it's the abbreviation for the concept. So this is force, this is mass, this is, remember? Acceleration. On the other hand, if you see an M and it's next to a number, that's the unit. So this would be 10 meters. Okay, so it shouldn't be too difficult if you were to see the letter M to figure out whether it meant mass or whether it meant meters. Okay, so what is mass? So mass is the amount related to the amount of matter that is inside your body. And you might be saying, oh, that's the same thing as my weight. No, it's not. Okay, your mass doesn't change. So let's say that you have a mass of 40 kilograms here on Earth. If you go to the moon, what's your mass? 40 kilograms. So you're going to weigh the same, or you're going to have the same mass when you go to the moon. Now, on the other hand, your weight does change. So let's again say you have a weight of 120 pounds. And when you go to the moon, though, you're going to have a weight of about 20% of that. So about 24 pounds is how much that you would weigh on the moon. Okay, so your weight changes depending on gravity, but your mass doesn't change because you're the same person. Okay, so that's what we mean by mass. Now, mass has this property that depending on the amount of mass, it's either going to be easy or hard to get it moving or to stop it from moving. And we're going to call that inertia. So another name for mass is going to be called inertia. So let's do a thought experiment. I want you to get out your ping pong ball. Okay, here's my ping pong ball. What color is it? I heard a blue. Okay, so it's a blue ping pong ball. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the table here, and I'm going to move it with my hand. And boy, it's easy to get that ping pong ball to move. And once it's moving, I can stop it from moving very easily with my other hand. So I can knock it back and forth with my hands, very easy. Now I'm going to get out my bowling ball. Okay, so here's my bowling ball. What color is it? Pink? All right, I'll go with whatever you say. So it's a pink bowling ball, and I'm going to get it moving. Takes a little bit more effort to get that bowling ball rolling. And then I notice that when I want to stop it, it's also kind of hard. So what's the difference between my ping pong ball and my bowling ball. Their mass. So a object that has a lot of mass has a lot of inertia. Inertia is the tendency to keep wanting to go or to keep wanting to stay. So if it's moving, it wants to keep on moving if it's got a lot of inertia. If it's sitting there, it wants to keep on sitting there, and it takes a lot of force to move it. So the more massive an object is, the more mass it has, the more M, then that means that it's going to be hard to get it to move, and then once it's moving, it's going to be hard to stop it from moving. So we're going to incorporate this idea into Newton's laws of motion, which we're going to talk about next.